Yo, what up, everybody? You are listening to Behind the Baller podcast. This is a brand new episode. It is episode 102. I am your host, Ben Baller, not Ben Humble. If you did not know, this is a Dust Brothers production. That is the two genius motherfuckers in the podcast world, Miles Davis, Jordan Winter. This is the weekend wrap-up, y'all. I am talking shit. I am an asshole. All right. I do like to think that I am a pretty decent guy as well. But understand, I am not here to be liked. All right. And your opinion of me is none of my business. All right. So what's good, y'all? There's been a massive heat wave in LA. It has been hot as a motherfucker. Thank God I got AC, separate AC on every motherfucking floor. But at the same time, it's so weird. You know what I mean? Like, it has been like 100 degrees, 90s and shit like that. And the pool will be like 70. And I like the pool to be like right around 82, somewhere around there, even up to 88, 89. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I don't want that motherfucker to be freezing cold. That shit don't relax me. But yo, let's get this motherfucking show started. I'm sitting here talking shit, man. Just to remind you guys real quick, look, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of, COVID-19 talk, but I'd like to remind you guys that COVID-19 is taking the lives of more people than 9/11 did every 2 days. Okay? Let me say that again. COVID-19 is killing more people than 9/11 did every 2 days. So every fucking 2 days, again, because some people, they just don't get it. Every 2 days, the amount of deaths are more than the people that died in 9/11. Okay? They're saying that kids now are stronger carriers of the virus than most adults and stronger than they ever thought before. Okay? There is a major argument now that you can't catch the virus more than once. The experts say it's not likely or possible, but I've seen it happen to somebody, okay, from an actual CDC test from UCLA Medical Center. And there has been many people. So someone's got to tell me how a motherfucker's getting sick. I ain't talking about, look, man, you know what? People don't even know what's going on. The shit is that every day there's like, oh, there's long-term effects to your heart, long-term effects to your breathing, to your lungs. There could be this, could be that. It could be fucking, it could be cancer of the dick. You know what, man? Look, it's simple. It's not politics. It doesn't matter if you're left. It doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you're Chinese. It doesn't matter if you like fava beans. It got nothing to fucking do with, even if you're a fucking racist, it don't matter. Wear a mask, but wear a good mask. I mean, I'm just saying a surgical mask at the very least, okay? A filtered mask at the very least, I just don't understand. At this point, it's so fucked up. Who cares what's right? And I say that meaning, look, bottom line is people are dying and it's going to get worse. It can't get better because no one gives a fuck, all right? And I'll get into that later about my weekend. We finally got out and tried to get some fresh air, but it's a fucking nightmare. But at this point, why not protect yourself? Okay? The whole that will never happen in a million years seems to be happening a lot in actuality, much more often than people want to say. Because a million fucking years is a long ass time. Okay? And that should never happen in a million fucking years. Well, motherfucker, just happened. And it's happened on several occasions. So that's it right now for COVID, okay? Let me address something that is in regards to the Asian American community, to the Asians, period, all right? What's up, my beautiful yellow Asian brothers and sisters, okay? There's a rapper from New York. His name is China Mac. He is an ally of mine, all right? He's got bars. He can actually spit. He's not a mumble rapper, and he's very active in his community. I am very proud of dude. Okay, I was actually facts. This is straight facts. I was one of the first people, if not the first person with a big platform to promote his music. All right, he had a freestyle session on Funkmaster Flex, and that motherfucker tore that shit up on Funk Flex. All right. Yo, I think he did some time, and I'm pretty sure he did some time in jail. He did a bid. You know, he ain't some punk. He's about that life, and I'm happy for him, you know. But the problem is he called me out, and I still don't have an issue with him. Let me address that. He called me out. He made a post, said, how come, you know, this 89-year-old lady got attacked in New York City? She was burned, blah, blah. And he says, but people with large, you know, Asian people with large platforms need to be more, you know, woke and speak on it and this and that. And he called me out. He called Aquafina. He put Jeremy Lin's name out there. I think put somebody else out there. Bro, check this out, dog. We've already spoke, right? I love you, but this is for the people out there and the Asians out there. This is again, bro, don't ever, never, ever put my name next to that weenie Jeremy Lin. That motherfucker is a straight up weenie, homie. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? If you were to compare me to a car, a motherfucker would say I was a demon or a Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? And the Hellcat was souped up and everything else. And you know what? If you need to go by age, all right, dog, call me a Shelby. Call me a Shelby Cobra with that motherfucking rumble. That's me, period. I'm in the dirt. I'm hitting motherfuckers. I've been, you know, in accidents here and there. I'm not perfect. I'm not at all whatsoever, all right? If you go talk about Jeremy Lin is a motherfucking Prius. He's like a 2013 Prius. Bro, don't ever put me up against that dude, man. That dude has never been about the cause. He's never been in the streets. And that dude, I've actually reached out. I was like, hey, bro, what's good, man? How you doing? Try to show love. Dude was on some weenie shit. And I'm like, all right, bro, get the fuck out of here with your overly. But man, dude, and the crazy thing is, look, man, I talk about how much I sat on the bench and I wasn't doing this thing, whatever, boom. Bro, people say it's not a big deal, whatever, and there's guys out there that work 10 times harder and they're 6 feet, and there's guys like Isaiah Thomas, you know, Jr., who are out there playing, and fucking other short people, and, you know, JJ Barrera and everything else, whatever. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you are 6'4" and have grace, you can definitely go a lot further. Height does matter. It's the fucking NBA. Why do you think the average height of an NBA player is 6'3", 6'4"? But you know what, dude? Look, I've talked about it. You know, I've said, yo, man, I tried to do what I could here and there, boom. Jeremy Lin, he's bald. He's done his thing and everything else. But to be celebrated and do all that shit, and I ain't hating, dog. I'm saying, look, bro, I'd be fucking embarrassed, man. If I didn't do a fucking thing in the NBA finals and motherfuckers was out there celebrating, look, dog, because you celebrated in practice, you part of the team, cool, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be a little quiet, dog. I'd be chill. I'd be like, hey, man, I would actually me personally, I would reach out to blogs and be like, hey, man, if y'all can kind of chill, yeah, dog, focus energy on, you know, Kyle Lowry and like obviously fucking Kawhi Leonard, someone who deserves it, you know, the people who actually out there were playing. But that's fuck basketball, okay? Jeremy's had his day here and there, whatever. I have never, and I follow a lot of shit, okay? A lot of things I don't see. I follow a lot of philanthropy and anything else. Look, besides a little bullshit and doing little videos with Tu Wong Fu and all those other fucking, you know, little goofy dudes and whatever, and like, look, man, I ain't never seen dude push the cause. Never. Seen him promote Jesus and all this other shit, bullshit and whatever else. Like, bro, that shit is where, look, I didn't even see the post. Then people start sending it to me, boom, here and there. Understand this too. Let me rewind a little bit. The worst place to try to reach me, the worst place to try to reach me is via DM. Okay? I've had people text my brother-in-law. Understand this. I've never in a fucking million years, I've never had an 818 number. I've never had a 323 number. My area code is not even a fucking LA area code because it was my trap phone. And if you notice, I used to post screenshots, shit. People are like, how the fuck do you have 4,500 unread messages and 3,000, 5,000? It just gets that way sometimes. But anyways, now I don't have that. And so getting a hold of me on a text ain't even that easy. But even if we're on an open DM, meaning you can message me because I follow you, that ain't the best way to get hold of me. I think my direct email would probably be the most efficient. Now, again, emails ain't supposed to be replied to, super quick. I either reply to a text fast or I don't. Let's go back to the subject at hand. When he put Jeremy Lin's name, my name next to Jeremy Lin, that's when I was like, all right, dog, I need to hit Mac and let him know what's good. Okay. All right. So let's go back. An 89-year-old Chinese lady was attacked in New York City, in Brooklyn, by some racist men. All right. I don't have any idea what color the skin was. They weren't white people. They might have been of Latin descent. They might have been, Afrocentric, Latins. They might have been black. I don't know. All right. The police said there was no evidence that there was an actual hate or racial crime. But okay, check this out. All right. They burned her. They set this old Chinese lady on fire. She's not a threat to anybody. This shit is crazy. Okay. And then there is an issue with the old man in his 80s who got attacked in Hunters Point. If you don't know who Hunters Point is, Hunters Point is like a real hood. This is a real ghetto in tough ass hood in San Francisco. It's like right next to Candlestick Park. This is like a little bit on the south side. And they took this Chinese man's cans and they pushed them down, all black dudes, right? These men were later arrested with the help of the Instagram pages Rice Feed, Asians Never Die, and Neck Shark, okay? And understand this. I have addressed that. I spoke on that before. I've talked about a lot of things on my podcast. I've talked about it on my stories, okay? There's a handful of Asians who spoke against xenophobia. When I say a handful, I'm talking about, okay, anywhere between 5 and 20 people, all right? There's been, a small amount of Asians who spoke against xenophobia and their experiences. And again, I've addressed this on here before, okay? I've addressed the dumb fuck named Mr. Trump who called it Kung Flu and called it the Chinese virus and all of that, okay? And look, there has been a long history of racial tension in the hood between blacks and Asians, mostly against Koreans and blacks. It goes back to the fucking, to the 90s when Ice Cube wrote Black Korea and all that shit, okay? There's so many issues in the world, okay? I try to attack a few at a time, all right? But since China Mac feels alone, because we've talked, he's like, yo, bro, I just feel alone on this battle. Let me say this. Mac, you a somewhat young cat battling for the yellow skin folks out there. You out there repping for the yellow skin, all right, for the Asians, okay? And there's so many dumbass people, including Asian people, who don't even know the difference between a Cambodian and a Korean or a Chinese and a Japanese. And I ain't talking about necessarily the immediate looks. Like when I look at somebody, I'm like, that motherfucker's Korean, straight up, boom. And now there's surgeries and stuff with girls, you can't even fucking tell, But I can see like, that person's Chinese. Oh, this curve. Now, I can't sit there and be like, this dude's Hmong, or Hmong, or like, he's from Laos. Or I could be off here and there when it comes to some of the Southeast countries, right? And be like, he's from Burma. No, I'm talking about the original, and I'd be like, what about man? Shut the fuck up for a second, man. And don't be mad. Someone's like, why the fuck you always focus on Robert De Niro? How come you not focus on fucking Michael Rappaport? And it's like, that's a bad example, but realistically, many more people have seen that. I'm not counting anybody out. I'm just saying there's a lot of Asians who don't even know the cultural difference between a fucking Cambodian and a Chinese person, or a Filipino and a Japanese person. Okay? There's a lot of different people, not even just white, black, Asian, but Asians, I'm saying. They can't even fucking differentiate. All right? And it's so difficult when you see all this fucking racist shit that's going on online, everything else. People are like, man, why your people fucking got their coronavirus and blah, blah. And I just ignore it. But I remember one time when I used to hang out with Floyd Mayweather really hard. Him and Pacquiao are beefing, and I fuck with Pacquiao here and there, but I was tight with Floyd. It wasn't an Asian, a black thing, whatever. I was rocking with Floyd. It wasn't about a money thing either. I was always a huge fan of Floyd Mayweather, especially when he was coming up, late 90s. I was a big fan of dude, all right? And I remember he said some shit on a video, and he's like, yo, Pacquiao, hey, bro, don't you gotta go eat some sushi or some shit, or some teriyaki chicken from Panda Express? Now, that was just straight ignorant. And I just asked, hey, champ, man, check it out, bro. That ain't cool, okay? Pacquiao's Filipino, homie. So you need to say something like, go eat some adobo, go eat some spam or some shit like, and go eat some motherfucking sinigang or something, But you talking about sushi's Japanese, teriyaki chicken is Japanese, Panda Express is Chinese, And it's like, again, it's ignorance, it's lack of information, it's lack of everything, right? There are people in the LGBTQ community who hate to be called gay, all right? They'll be like, don't call me gay. I'm a CIS man or CIS person or whatever. Fuck, CIS, I don't even know what that means, or whatever the proper vernacular is, okay? And then I've seen transgenders get upset and be like, what? I'm not a he, I'm a she, dumbass Chinese motherfucking clown. And the dude was Korean. And my point is, yes, there are Asians being attacked, but at a way less alarming rate than blacks are by police and racist white people and all overall racism. Okay, but it's a catch-22. Not saying it's not. I shouldn't back Asian people who are getting attacked. I'm saying it's a catch-22 to cry or bring awareness to it at this time right now, when the amount of ignorance and frustration there is, like when a black person says, "Fuck you," that's what you get for being a racist against Africans in China. And I'm like, yo, man, they're so angry about what's going on and the history and all the shit and being followed in a store. And again, what's that got to do with me? It's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with the listeners on here, most of the people. It's got nothing to do. It's got everything to do with being treated like a fucking animal and being treated like shit. But in the comments, constantly, like, yo, man, why don't you talk to your people? Check your motherfucking homies in China that are fucking being racist against Nigerians and telling them they can't stay here during the real fucking like Mayday of COVID-19 in China. They're being super racist to Africans and everything else. I'm like, yo, you stupid, dumb motherfucker. I'm not Chinese. I'm not even a Chinese American. And they don't even get the difference between Chinese people in China and Chinese Americans who aren't even Chinese citizens, okay? It's just different. And at the same time, I'm not going to ever play the victim, all right? In general, most Asians are very soft-spoken. They're docile. We're looked at as almost an elite race in some ways, right? And I used to believe that. I'm like, man, it's not about Asian supremacy or nothing like that. I'm like, I was pro-Asian. I was like, yo, boom, here it is, And I have a lot of Asians I rock with because of my interest in what I liked. But really, we just got as many dumb motherfucking Asians and fucked up Asians who do drugs and illegal crimes and all other type of shit that there is with the white people or, whatever. There's more Asians in the fucking world than there are fucking anything else pretty much, okay? What this all boils down to is this. Donald Trump wants everyone to be separated, okay? It's the truth. I'm not trying to push any kind of agenda. This is 2 + 2 = 4. That's how factual this is, all right? Dick Stain Donald Trump is really rallying for white supremacy, all right? I'm not falling for that shit, okay? The anger you see out in NYC and parts of San Francisco is 10,000% directly from the coronavirus issues, okay? And had Dick Stain Donald Trump addressed it properly, there would be a lot less xenophobia going on right now. And if you're Asian and you're listening to this right now, stand the fuck up for yourself. Okay. Sometimes you might need to get knocked down. That is not the most popular fucking, answer or opinion, but I truly believe in fighting for whatever the fuck you believe in. Okay. And against anybody, whether it be against David or whether it be against Goliath. Okay. I don't give a fuck how many people there are, how big they are. I ain't laying down for anyone. Okay. But I'm also going to be as smart as possible, okay? Should a racist situation arise, like it comes right out of nowhere and I'm at a restaurant or something, who knows what the fuck I'm at, depending where I'm at. And if I'm with my kids, I got to be smart and I got to think fast, all right? Do I shoot this motherfucker in the leg for calling me a chink when really the proper racist term should be gook? Nah, I'll let them words go, okay? Because tensions are high right now. But, once a hand, a fist, spit, a bottle, something like that is thrown at me, all bets are off. Okay? I'll use that pussy ass police term, quote, I was in fear for my life, unquote. All right? And that's all she wrote after that. Okay? I back my heritage, my culture to the fullest. But understand, I have also crossed over and inherited the hip hop culture. Since the late 70s and early 80s, I have been about that. I look at hip hop culture derives from African Americans, and I'm very sensitive to their issues, okay? And it's been way too long with the fuck shit, all right? Okay? Now, there is a lot of racist history, like I said, in America with whites. And, from Hiroshima to Manzanar camp, I learned about Manzanar when I was like a young dude. Like I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old, whatever, and saw what the Japanese people went through. But for the most part, we have rose to the top, right? And you see how hard we work over here, okay? For instance, my mom came to America with $20. I originally have said she came here with $200. My sister had corrected me recently on an interview we did. It was $20. She's sure of it. It was $20. My mom made the fucking American dream happen. All right. A lot of Asian immigrants have done the same. Okay. We have a lot to be proud of. Okay. And being pussy isn't one of them. Stand up and fight. Don't let anyone push you around. And if you can't fight your battles, yes, reach out to someone who can. And don't cry to me on social media, okay? Especially about, oh, where the fuck are the posts at? Get the fuck out of here. My IG stories get more views in 24 hours than my actual hard posts do in a few days, okay? And it's because Instagram stories are chronological. The algorithm for Instagram for the last 2 or 3 years have been fucking terrible. Before, it was fake followers, it was bullshit, everything else. Now, real motherfucking followers, depending on how active you are on your account and everything else. It's a different thing. I'm not out there trying to post my car every day or whatever. And I could post something legit every day. It's just not my thing. And they want you to use stories, go on live, and you have to use all the functions, IGTV, stories, posts, the Instagram shit for the algorithms to hit. And it's a fucking weird thing. And I'm not trying to sit here and study it. It's cool. If Instagram was deleted, it would not change my life at all whatsoever. If Twitter was deleted, I'd be a little sad. Okay. But that's another reason why I love Twitter so much. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's a reason when you see a fucking chick who has 7 million followers on fucking Instagram and she's verified, and then she has like 200,000 on Twitter and she's verified, or even has 30, 40, because she don't have shit to say. Because Twitter's about saying shit, about what the fuck, if you're funny. And a lot of people don't have a personality. Okay. But understand this. I believe, and I think I'm pretty sure that I am currently the highest rated Asian podcaster there is on the planet, period, in Earth. Okay. So this is currently my strongest platform. All right. When it comes to Instagram, I rarely post jewelry or things that actually matter. That means I rarely post shit that actually matter on Instagram. Okay. So don't hit me about that shit. I'm very vocal. Okay. Just because you didn't see it, a lot of people have. Okay. Understand that. I have talked about the racist issues. Okay. I've talked about it. I put it on my Instagram stories. I reposted China Mac's thing about the Chinese lady being attacked. He's like, oh, I didn't even know that. I was like, China, because you don't follow me, dog. But I've been saying shit, and I've been put it out there just because you ain't see it. Bro, don't sit here and tell me what the fuck I need to do with my life. But at the same time, I'm glad you fired up, bro. Okay? No, real talk, I am. And I'm glad we addressed it. But there's people out there like, oh man, you're just this, you're liberal. Motherfucker, you don't know shit about me. The fuck are you talking about? Because if you only went, the only thing you could know about me is that I own a company called VVS. I'm a jeweler, and that I'm a fucking father of 3 kids. You don't know shit about me. I don't fucking post it out there like that. There's so many other things I have to really not post and talk about, and certain things, not because I don't want to, and I love talking shit. If you listen to my podcast, you're going to definitely have a better idea of who I am. Because I might leave a comment on someone's page and be like, fuck you, right? But they don't understand the energy behind that. I could be saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I didn't say, fuck you, bitch. You would never know because you can't understand the context of that text, of that comment, of the caption, of anything. It's so easy to misinterpret that. And that's why some of this shit is fucked up. But on Twitter, on my podcast, you can't misinterpret what the fuck I'm saying. If I'm like, I'm not going to sit, I don't mislead people with my shit. I don't sit there and be like, yo, I love you fucking so much, you bitch. I'll fucking kill you and stab your fucking face open. No, man, that's not it. You would hear me say, man, I love that person so much, man. God damn, they make me feel so good inside. It just, man, I get tired. I just get choked up thinking about them. That you would understand the emotion in my voice. But China, Mac, I got you, homie. You can hit me anytime. And we could go and I'll push to everything. You name it. Congrats on your rally, on your walk, and your protest and everything you had going on. All these other minions that don't know what the fuck is going on. They're like, well, maybe if you post, shut the fuck up, bro. You don't know shit, bro. I've been talking about this shit, current, past, everything. I don't need to talk about this shit every single motherfucking day. What people need to worry about is taking care of themselves. If everyone could, some people can't, I get it. But if everyone took care of all their own, the world would be a different place. And that's why I'm so adamant about protecting my family, my direct people that I'm involved with. And that's what I got to do, because that's my immediate responsibility. Anything outside of that takes focus off of what I got going on. That's why there's tribes and things like that, okay? But it doesn't mean I don't back people. I just had to address that issue. It's not that important on certain parts of social media. I'm doing it in the strategic parts. It's like, oh, you do it everywhere. Man, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do. Again, if I'm not posting my mom, certain other thing, boom, cool, you know? And I still had to say something about Black Lives Matter, about George Floyd and things like that. Yes, I was going to stay, you know, and again, it didn't change the fact that I still did my part. Speaking of social media, TikTok was done. It was pretty much, it was done. That shit was called done. That was it. And it was curtain call. And I had some jokes about it, whatever. But a lot of people say it can't happen. It's not going to happen. But that shit was motherfucking RIP. And as of this podcast, Microsoft has said they're going to go buy it. If that helps out, I guess it's going to help out because it'd be an American-owned company, right? But that's not set in stone. Don't know what happened, why, but Trump gave them 45 days to get it figured out. They got to buy it within 45 days and have everything, you know, transferred over and made sure that, or at least a big majority of the company is an American brand, you know, or American-owned or whatever the fuck it may be. I personally don't care. Okay. Even if a family member was employed by them, it wouldn't bother me so much because I am not a big fan of that app. All right. I guess I'm old. Call me a boomer, what the fuck it is. It doesn't serve a purpose for me or any single person that I know. Anyone that I personally know, I can't say one single person that I know. I know a lot of people have said that it serves a purpose for them in their lives. All right. But what makes me happy now is that 50 million younger Gen Z Americans are motivated to vote Trump out this motherfucking country and get his stupid ass out of the White House, okay? And understand this, me not caring about TikTok because it doesn't affect my life or my income is not the same as not caring about COVID or racism. It's totally fucking different, okay? Understand? Talk to me when janitors are making $1 million a year. Talk to me when teachers, every single fucking teacher from preschool up to high school are making at least 150, 200 grand a year. All right. That's fucking important. I didn't say that YouTube wasn't now. You know, I said I don't like YouTube. It's not a YouTuber thing, blah, blah, whatever. But I'm talking about the people who actually teach people. I don't give a fuck about the people who teach how many fucking, you know, colors of paint that they offer on a fucking Lamborghini. That shit doesn't mean anything to me, okay? Someone teaching me how to fucking build, you know, a shelf or shit like that, or how to fucking unlock my front door and things like whatever, you know, or how to fucking speak a different language. Okay, cool. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck how much money and how many people. It's cool. It all makes people happy. You know what? Teachers, that's where it starts. There's so many people who don't even know how to fucking spell general education shit. They don't understand basic mathematics. It's fucking sad, all right? And teachers get treated like shit. And I was the fucking worst when it came to teachers. I regret it so much. And I have so much respect for teachers in the world, and they need to be paid more. So sorry if I'm not fucking tripping on TikTok, all right? But yo, let's take a break. That was a heavy rant. And we'll be back in a minute. Yo, Miles, man, hit me off with some of that LL, and we'll be right back. Yo, man, so we're back. Weekend wrap up. You know, it's good. So this week, the NBA season started, and it was good. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was hyped. Lakers, you know what I'm saying? They got in that Clipper ass. They waxed the Clippers, period. Not trying to hit shit. PG-13 is fucking Paul George. Get him the fuck out of here, man. And he's even a bigger choker in the playoffs. But we lost the bitch ass Toronto Raptors. Some stupid ass bullshit. Look, man, I like Waiters, man. I think he's good, man. KCP, he does not need to be shooting any fucking technical foul shots ever. You know, I'm kind of like on the fence about dude. I hate to say it. Look, man, this LeBron, Anthony Davis fucking duo is crazy. It's unbelievable. It's the first time publicly on this podcast that I've spoke and said something good about LeBron, but it's just fucking crazy. About the Clippers again, man, so crazy that fucking Lou Will, man, he was out there and he's saying, oh, just getting some chicken wings and blah, blah, whatever. And then this fucking stripper at Magic City had to go and snitch on him. So a stripper named Aries. She was like, nah, bullshit. You was out there getting lap dances. Like, oh, man, this whole shit is fucked up. But you know what? You know what they should do? I love Lou Will. You know what? They should fucking, NBA should suspend his ass. Suspend him. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Lakers in 4. I still think we're going to the finals. Still think we're going to crush this thing. It was a weird-ass season. We're going to have to see what the fuck happened. By the way, too, I have DirecTV. How the fuck, and they're playing in Orlando, so it makes no fucking sense. How does DirecTV black out the Laker game? That makes no fucking sense. It's just the stupidest shit in the world. Back to the Lakers. Kuzma, man, you my guy, bro. You know what I mean? And I know you out here trying to be fly and this, that, and the third. But bro, stop shooting three-pointers, homie. This shit has just got to stop, dog. You're tripping, man. There's some other games. I know people are NBA crazy and they watch everything. Bro, you know what, man? I'll watch some things here and there. I just got a lot of fucking work going on. So it's hard for me to watch everything, you know, especially because I'm trying to fucking still recover from my seizure and everything else. I'm feeling a lot better. And I'm still I just don't want to get myself in that situation again. But the Dodgers are lit. We still lit. All right. We've been whooping that Arizona ass all week long. Yo, man, my God. Dodgers been hitting bombs. We got some motherfucking hitters for real. Shit's crazy, man. But yeah, baseball, I mean, I've been watching a little bit here and there of the games and stuff, you know, since the last podcast. On to NFL real quick. If we do even have an NFL season, look, I was just looking over this shit, man. And you know what? Our defense is looking vicious. We nasty, bro. Yo, Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, B. Wags, KJ Wright, Shaquille Griffin, his twin bro, Bruce Irvin. Yo, motherfucker, we signed Clowney, and it's really going to be a fucking problem. I'm going to tell you that right now. Our defense is nasty. Trey Flowers, man, you got to earn some stripes, homie. You done burned a few times here and there, whatever, man. I don't know, dog. It just, you know. Antonio Brown, is the people had these rumors like, oh, he's supposed to sign with the Seahawks. First, we don't need him. Even though he is dope, I want Flash Gordon. I want Josh on the team. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. I want to get reinstated. They're saying that Antonio Brown has been suspended for 8 games, and he's not even a fucking NFL. He doesn't have a fucking team. This shit is just so crazy. He can't catch a break, man. I feel bad for dude. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just really, truly feel bad for Antonio Brown, man. Again, dude reached out to me and for a chain, and I just kind of like, I did. I curved him. I just feel fucking bad, man. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. A dude said he retired 15 times and everything else, man. It's just crazy, man. On to some, let's get some, actually, you know what? Let's talk about the hobby real quick, man, because we're on the sports tip. My Mark McGwire card drops this Thursday. All right, Big Mac. All right, Colossus. I don't know if you guys knew Colossus is one of his nicknames. Big Red is also a nickname. I don't like that Big Red name though. But Mark McGwire, this card is my hardest fucking card to date. I had some dudes trying to tell me, hey man, you always said, no, I haven't, motherfucker. No, I haven't. Now, this would be my 10th card. So understand this. My favorite card out of all of the cards is my Dwight Gooden. Okay? And then it was real close between that and my Cal Ripken. Okay? I like the Jeter card, but, you know, the Trout was cool here and there, whatever. It just got a lot of attention because of what it was. The Jeter card got a super amount of attention because I gave away a chain and Derek Jeter himself co-signed me. But this Mark McGwire card is fresh as fuck. Okay? drop this Thursday. You already know it's only available for 48 hours. Somehow, some way, I don't really push it too much. And then I get people like, oh, is this car still available? Like, look, man, it's real simple. It drops on Thursday. And all you got to do is go to the Topps website, boom, click on there, you'll see it, Ben Baller card, boom. I know there's a shipping issue. They're fucking shipping all the shit out. They're behind. They're starting to get this thing pushed the fuck out. My issue is now they printed 56,000 Fauci cards. Yes, Fauci, scientist, Dr. Fauci. And that shit already got shipped out. But again, they didn't put them in a fucking Ultra Pro, a plastic case and all that display, everything. Anyways, look, they're shipping this shit out. You should be if you bought any of my Blake Jameson collabs, you should be getting that really soon. Shout out to my boy Blake. And then there's going to be a Blake Jameson, Ben Baller, rare auto, doing a very limited number, dual auto, first time, legit like this. And again, man, if you buy 10 cards on the top site, you get a big discount. I always push for rush shipping. But again, when everything starts moving again, you're going to start seeing these cards ship very fucking fast. But with fucking my Jeter, I forgot what the hell dude's name was. He had a Jeter too that did fucking crazy numbers. Was it Veeds? I forgot. And then there's the Keith Shore's fucking 100,000 card, and then fucking Blake 75. So there's a lot of shit going on. Okay. And they're trying to figure it out. Some sad news. Dongiljang, which is my favorite Korean restaurant in all of Los Angeles. In all of my lifetime, Dongiljang is closing its doors on August 15th. You have less than 2 weeks to go visit it. I have mentioned it. I have said it on my favorite restaurants and podcasts. On this podcast, that's the place that I brought Anthony Bourdain to. It is a legendary place that has been around for over 40 years. Coronavirus has got the best of them. It's not about the money. It's not about that. I mean, it's more than just a regular amount of donation. And I mean, it's a big fucking nightmare. It's sad as fuck. I've done my share of helping them out and everything else. My heart goes out to the Kim family, to Roy Kim. Yes, this is not the best Korean restaurant in Los Angeles. This is the best Korean barbecue in the USA. That is not even up for discussion. Literally, this is the most traditional, legit Korean barbecue overall restaurant, everything. I'm talking, especially barbecue, but if it's a hot day, you can get some naengmyeon. They have the best kimchi bokkeumbap there is, period. After you get the rosgui, it is just phenomenal. I'm going to have to go do what I can. It is just a fucking sad announcement. And again, my heart goes out to the Kim family. My mom went to high school with the owners of this restaurant, and they came here and busted their ass and figured it out. And it's just, I don't know, man. But yeah, it's curtain call for them. It's fucking sucks. Gold. Gold is at an all-time high. Gold is sky fucking high. If you guys followed my shit when I was telling you guys to buy shit during the gold acre time, look, man, it has gone up way more since that. Gold is near $2,000 and it's going to probably pass that. And I wouldn't be surprised if gold hit $2,500 by the end of the year. But it is at around $2,000 right now. It is fucking high. If you guys know and have followed trends, and I'm talking about real trends. Whenever there's been a recession, gold has gone up. And understand this. That last real recession, that was the worst that we've ever seen. And people living right now, I'm talking about those who are living right now. If you're an adult and were living through 2008, 2009, and early 2010, then you know that recession was fucking brutal, all right? And gold was not fucking around then. That shit is not going to give a fuck now. And yeah. I posted a shitload of gold, that we had bought, but it's just, gold is fucking good. The Epstein Files were unsealed this week, and man, it's getting ugly. And people are reading all this shit and sitting there and being like, yo, man, and it's so funny that people are like, stop trying to mention Trump. There's one, not an excerpt or what the fuck it is. There's one incident where this lady tried to clear his name saying, I was completely wrong, blah, blah. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Yo, Trump has 13 rape fucking cases against him. And most of them are they're minors. They're fucking kids. They're young girls.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so fucking funny. It's oh, Bill Clinton. Who gives a fuck about Bill Clinton? I don't see. You guys don't get it. If you're bad, you got to get the fuck out of here. Now, if Bill Clinton got caught, just whatever, like you being somewhere bad, no, it is a bad look. But is there a picture of him getting his dick sucked from a fucking 14, 15-year-old girl? Is there a girl who's testified saying it? It's a whole different story. As far as Trump, there's all kinds of stories going on with that shit, and people been talking about it. And people are like, well, at the end of the day, Trump's name is not on fucking Epstein's jet manifest. And how many times do I gotta say this? Trump has his own jet. He has a couple jets. The fuck does he need to fucking ride Epstein's jet for? He would, for what? That's so stupid. That's like me going somewhere, rolling with somebody and be like, yeah, we're going to exotic car meet. All right, how come I don't see fucking Ben roll with fucking George and Jack from Platinum in their cars? Maybe because Ben has his own Ferraris and his own Lamborghini. Fuck, you need to ride in their shit. I mean, it's there's a better fucking analogy and there's a better way to describe that. But I'm just saying, it's so fucking funny. Like, that one person just said at that incident, she can't say she saw Trump there, here, and there. There's fucking 365 days in a year. You know how many fucking times someone's been at that island, how many times he's been there and no one said shit? Like, don't sit there and I don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton. Fuck Bill Clinton, you know? He was a decent president, but fuck him. Going on, man. The rapper Logic, he's made some news. He said he was retiring from hip hop. He said some other things. He says some things that were borderline corny to me. He said this one thing and it was like a viral meme. He's like, yo, listen, I don't fuck with nobody. Like, I don't fuck with no one, period. Like, literally, I don't fuck with anybody. I don't let anybody go into my space. I don't let anybody tell me anything. I just literally don't fuck with anybody. I fuck with me. He's like, said about his dog. I play my video games. I don't fuck with nobody. I have no, and people kept posting shit. I'm like, bro, you sound like a little fucking geek, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? And, you know, mind you, I didn't really know much about his music, but when I listened to it, I'm like, yo, dude can spit. He's a lyricist. He's dope here and there. But you say all that, you don't fuck with people, you don't listen to people, you don't let people. And then he makes a statement this week and says that Joe Budden made statements about him that made him want to kill himself. And I'm like, bro, let me message this dude Logic real quick, man. I know he's cool with like Nick Diamond and a few other people, but like, bro, like, what the fuck are you talking about, homie? Now look, I know Joe can be a bully and Joe could be an asshole, but that's just Joe. That's like me, you know, when people get whatever and maybe Joel's been a little more popular because he was on TV and certain things or whatever. And like, I couldn't imagine, like, bro, you went out there and publicly said that, dog? Like, and you're a pretty big underground rapper, even though you sold out and you're successful. Like, dog, really? Man, come on, bro. You let that dude affect you that deeply? Like, again, words hurt people. They do nowadays. But just like, bro, man, it's just some weird shit. Like, I don't know, man. There's some weirdo shit, man. Going on to shows and entertainment, same old shit, man. 90 Day Fiancé, P-Valley. P-Valley, this episode that just dropped yesterday was it got a little thick at the end, bro. Like, I wasn't ready for, you know, that's going to sound homophobic, and you know me, like, I'm half gay, so it couldn't even, like, I don't know, it is a cool episode. And it's real. That's the best thing about this show. It's fucking real. All right. I got a lot of your suggestions or the ones that I read on DMs and stuff and everything. And people are like hitting me up like, yeah, have you seen this movie, The Gentleman? How do you listen to my podcast? And I know I talked about the movie on the show here. Other things that they've asked me, like, bro, a lot of these movies I've seen. And again, I still want you guys to send in suggestions. But yeah, man, there's not much slim pickings. Yesterday, for the last 4 or 5 days, my wife has been really trying to get me out of the house and try to take us to the beach. She just wanted us to get some good food, jump in the range, put the trunk down, and grab a couple heavy, like, little portable chairs, you know, those like the people who fucking wait in lines at fucking outside of Supreme and shit in sneaker stores. Those type of little chairs and shit, the camping chairs, whatever. And so, you know, she wanted to get some food right there by the beach. There's nowhere to park. Boom, we'd find our own parking and order some nice, you know, seafood at Malibu Seafood Cafe and figure out a place to eat. And I figured, all right, let's go. Babe, fuck it, let's just go. So we get the whip, and then my in-laws decide to come. So I was like, all right, look, man, fuck this. We ain't taking the reins. You jump in the Trackhawk Pop. My father-in-law loves cars. And I was like, look, man, jump in this car. This motherfucker got horsepower for that ass. Put that bitch in sport mode and let's cruise. I jump into GTC and we ride. Okay. because of COVID, traffic has been pretty decent still. But we go through the back route instead of going through the traditional route, meaning, taking the 405 to the 10 or taking Sunset all the way down and then hitting PCH, boom. Those are the ways we usually go because that's the quicker way for it. But, going the back route could be a little better sometimes, right? So, I use Waze, I use everything. I was like, it's the same thing, whatever. I was like, take the back route, try to go a little different. So we hit Malibu Canyon and shit is just fucked up. It's 10 miles from off the 101 freeway when you get off, 10 miles before you hit the beach. And we were maybe 3 miles into the 10 and I've been sitting in the car like 20 minutes. My wife is starting to get sick in the car. My son is getting sick in the back. Ryder's getting sick in the back seat. We're just literally at bumper to bumper and it's 2 lanes. That's it. And I'm like, man, fuck this. And I waited for my wife to say something. She's like, no, fuck this. Turn around. I was like, exactly. I'm turning the fuck around. So everyone's hungry. Everyone's like, man, we got to get some food, blah, blah, whatever. I was going to get some fucking McDonald's for my kids because, that's like a reward for them. But no, my wife was not having it. So we decided to go to Calabasas. And I only know one place in Calabasas, and that's the Commons. So we hit the Commons. And I pull up and it's fucking packed to the gills. It is fucking, there's cars everywhere. Boom. I'm like, man, fucking amazing. They got sugarfish. They got all kinds of shit. They got this is where Kylie and fucking Chloe and all them girls, this is where they chill all the time. They made the Commons look like the fake Grove, fake Americana. It's not that nice, but it's cool. They got a Polachex there, which is a jewelry store and an official Rolex and a Patek Philippe dealer. So a lot of Kylie Jenner's jewelry comes from there. I know because I deal with, obviously I've dealt with them. But they got all the basic restaurants that they have, in LA and everything, and at the Grove and all that. And again, it's like a fake Grove. So, I'm like, fuck it. We got to figure something basic. I see Marmalade Cafe. I'm like, yo, I like this place. They got good chicken sandwiches. It's cool. I can get my kids something here and boom. So I order a bunch of food and we're chilling. I get stopped by a few fans and everything else. It's all love. I'm not tripping. And then I see my boy Shaleezy and he's having lunch with Yo Gotti. And Shaleezy just got a crazy Liberty Walk Aventador. And look, real quick, man. The reason of this conversation is one, we stopped in Calabasas, the Commons, and a lot of people weren't wearing masks. Not inside the restaurant, they're eating food. I'm just saying, walking around. Some people were, some people weren't. And it's it was just really crowded. And it's cool to see Calabasas has their own little economy and they're, not really tripping. They don't look like they've been affected by the whole situation. So, anyways, food was good. It's cool. Boom. Crowded. And we had our food. I just want to talk about my boy Mo. Mo Shaleezy grew up in the IE. He grew out, way out, Inland Empire, Arab family, not wealthy, not rich, not even fucking, I don't even know if maybe lower middle class, basic. They just did their thing. And this dude in the last 2 years has probably become one of the low-key most important people in music. And he's still around doing his thing and he's smart. And it's not even just on the EDM tip because that's where it started. He's got, Roddy Ricch and he's Southside, what is that, 808 Mafia boss, his name's Southside, right? Rapper, producer from Atlanta. And he's got a couple of things. He's got the Shaleezy group now and he's doing his thing. And I just, look, man, I love to see my dude living life. He's got a beautiful big home. He's got he's got the sickest Liberty Walk Ferrari 488 that I've ever, he's really got a clean car. The only thing is if you listen to this, Mo, you got to take the tire stickers off. Now, if you had a GT3 or something, and it was race-based, whatever, boom, okay, cool. If you had a GTR, a Skyline or something, or a JDM, Japanese car, cool. On the Aventador and on the McLaren and on the fucking 488, bro, stop that. Knock that shit off. Come on, man. That shows that you're from the IE when you got the motherfucking tire stickers on. But my boy Mo is killing it, and Marshmello is still killing. And they're doing really big things, man. And I just wanted to show some love to my boy Mo because every time I get on this live, I call him a bitch. I call him a little clown. I tell him, fuck you. I tell him I want to fucking have sex with him. I just always troll him, and I know he's always like, man, all Ben does is say mean things. I want to say something nice about dude, and I respect the fact that me coming from the music business, me being somebody who was in the business from a lower end to the higher end, who's had 21 platinum albums in a time where it's not like now. Respect, Mo. Much love to you, Shaleezy. So anyways, yesterday we dropped off the kids with my in-laws at the house and got up and, drove up the hill, boom, dropped off the kids, dropped off the Trackhawk, dropped off the fucking GTC4 Lusso. And then we jumped in the Pista and went to go get some motherfucking yogurt frozen yogurt, but I wanted to go like take at least a 20-minute drive. So I let Nicolette drive the pista, and we get in the motherfucking car, and she don't know how to take, angles on the car. My car slammed on the motherfucking ground. When you get out, there's like 3 inches before you tip. I mean, it's on the ground. And we're driving on the fucking freeway. And a 1997 Nissan Altima passes her. A fucking Kia is passing her. She's like, I'm going 83. And she's like, literally, she just is nervous. She just hands her sweating. Why are you sweating? You didn't driven every other car. But I guess because this is like, I don't know. It's just funny. But anyways, it was funny. I let Nicolette, I know maybe she's listening, maybe she's not. I don't fucking know. Episode 100 is still a huge episode. We're still on the fucking charts. 2 episodes later, we have never had that. We're still in the top 200 on episodes in the iOS. And yeah, episode 100 is a big one. If you haven't heard it, again, my wife has never done interviews and all that stuff. And this is the end of the show now. I just wanted to end this on some positive words of advice, a little bit of tough love, but I wanted to say, if you're working and you're working hard, okay, work in general should lift you out of poverty, okay, not keep you there. All right. If you have a job and you're working, and you have a job, like you work full time, you have a real job. If there's something that you have to be doing something wrong or fucking up, if you aren't saving money or if you're not getting at, and again, I understand because rent is very high, but there's other people on the other side of the spectrum that work and do okay, but they fuck up by buying a $300 pair of off-white shoes, $800 shoes, they're buying a Gucci belt, they're buying a fucking Goyard fucking backpack, whatever the fuck it is. They're buying expensive liquor or buying fucking designer weed or, look, man, again, work should lift you out of poverty, not keep you there. At the same time, you can't be working and spending at the same fucking time. You're going to have to choose what is more important to you, okay? Because you can save money and hit goals, all right? But if you spend more than you make, or even if you spend half of what you make, you're going backwards. It's like, could you imagine trying to go up a hill and someone keeps pushing you down? It would drive you fucking crazy. So why drive yourself crazy? All right? And things take time. I saw this meme the other day and it was a trip. It was like Michael Jordan at age 15, he was 5'10" and couldn't even dunk a basketball. And then at age 35, he had won his 6th championship and everything else, and boom, he had all the accolades. And you think about it, it's like, damn, that's crazy. In 20 years, 20 years is a long time, but it's also not a super, when you think about success and shit, like if there's people who never see that in 20 years at all, but if you think about what can happen, you could be so lit. And even now and today with what's going on with how all the tools we have and social media and shit, you could literally lift yourself. You could put yourself in a whole different situation. You could be sitting and kind of like, all right, I'm trying to figure it out, boom. And seriously, in a matter of months, in 1 year, you could be a whole different person financially. It's really about who you have yourself surrounded around. And, it's about how smart you are with your business as well. And I've said this before. If you are only around broke people and everyone around you is broke, you're on the wrong team, period. It's just the truth, straight up, okay? So don't go out there and fuck off all your paper. You got to learn how to save a little bit. Even if it doesn't seem like a lot, like, damn, man, what the fuck, man? Saving $100 a week and da-da-da. Man, you'd be surprised. Especially if you put it away in the right place, man, you can make some paper. But at the same time, I want to say something. You should also reward yourself for hitting a goal, all right? You make a big play, you get a bag, a big check. All right, that's important. This is, we know a lot of people, you don't play pro sports where you get a ring, you know what I'm saying? For the championship and shit. Or even if you don't win the championship, you get a fucking stupid multi-million-dollar salary regardless if you win or lose. Like, nah, that ain't us. Or that ain't even regular people. Just saying, if you hit a big mark, get yourself something that reminds you of your hard work. Get yourself something fucking nice, whether it be a car or a watch. And you look like, yo, man, I got this shit, man. I got this from fucking busting my ass and being fucking crew chief and then fucking being the fucking shift leader. at motherfucking In-N-Out. Where the fuck you work, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Okay, it could be a fucking goddamn Compass fucking real estate agency. I don't fucking know. All right, but understand this. I'm past all that. Okay, I spoil myself often. You gotta spoil yourself. You know, if you can, once you get all that shit out of your system, right? Because, in fact, right when fucking, you know, I get out of here, right? This podcast is about to air. I'm about to go reward myself today. I'm gonna try to. I know definitely I'm getting those fucking Gucci fucking Odyssey sandals, like the old man washed up sandals. I'm getting them things. I think they're cool. Price is not anything crazy, whatever. But I'm looking to buy something today, and I'm not gonna say what it is, and I probably never will. But I'm looking to buy something stupid today. Right, and it's got nothing to do with the car, nothing, just something to reward myself, because I have busted my ass in the last few months, and I've been taking care of a ton of people. So if it's not going to be today, and if I don't end up getting what I wanted to get today, meaning I'm going to see what it is, and if it's cool, boom, it's done. If not, then I'm going to do something for sure this week or very soon. And again, I like rewarding myself. You should too. It will remind you. It'll be your trophy. It'll be your championship ring. And again, I have been stacking heavy, so I deserve it. Okay. Another thing, real quick. Sometimes being too big of a fan of something or someone in the field or the space that you dream you want to be in, okay, that could actually interfere in the process of getting there, okay? And what I mean is, don't be too much of a dick sucker or dick rider or fanboy. Okay, you can manifest something, you can visualize something, but when you start becoming a super fucking dick rider and all this other shit and just caught up in the wrong shit, it will take you off track and it will blur your vision. Okay, sometimes idols do become rivals. That shit happens, and you know what? It's a beautiful thing when it does. Okay, I see business pages on Instagram and I see them trying to get your attention by using fucking words like, do you know how many Lamborghinis you could buy with this? And Bill Gates can buy 700 fucking houses. And for every 20 seconds, you could buy a Lamborghini. Shut the fuck up, bro. Listen, man, fuck Louis Vuitton and fuck Lamborghini. Shut the fuck up. Get paper, eat, feed your family, strengthen your foundation, okay? Then stunt once all of that is over and done with, all right? Yo, y'all. That's the weekend wrap up. God bless you. I love everybody. Your job is to tell somebody, one person, to subscribe to this podcast. And then that person tells somebody to subscribe to this podcast. Let's get these motherfucking subscriptions up. It's fucking free, right? And I'm spitting game always. I love you guys. I really mean it. Yo, Lakey Lake, what's good, brother? All right, man. Hey, dog, do me a favor, man. Take us the fuck out of here. Peace, y'all.